Hello guys, how's it going? It is Danny here. Long time no see, I know. But today I am bringing you my predictions for the 2020 driver lineup. There are some bold predictions, there are some predictions which only need to be confirmed, but you will see how I think the teams will shape up next season. So let's get cracking. And before we start, if you like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and turn on notifications. So the first team I want to look at, it is Mercedes. Valtteri Bottas just being confirmed for next season ahead of the Belgian Grand Prix. No real surprises there. I mean, we all know he is a wingman. He does try for the team and for Lewis Hamilton, so no surprise seeing Mercedes retain the Finn. He will partner, of course, 5-time, maybe by next season 6-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. Also a prediction, which is not really a prediction. I mean, he has contract. Why would you let the reigning world champion leave? Maybe one of the best drivers in history, certainly one of the best drivers of his current generation. So Mercedes, basically nothing changes. Next team is Scuderia Ferrari. Also, Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc both have long-term contracts. I don't think the rumours that Vettel will retire at the end of the season, I don't think they are true. Sebastian Vettel will see out his contract at Ferrari, maybe even give it a shot with the new 2021 regulations, we will see. And the same for Charles Leclerc, he has had an amazing debut season. So Ferrari, they don't need to change the driver lineup, they just have to build a car so that those drivers can fight for both championships. They have to build a car that is worth of being called a Ferrari. Next team on the list, Red Bull Racing. Also pretty simple, no changes there. Max Verstappen and Alexander Albon. Max Verstappen, of course, having an amazing run of form of recent. Best talent maybe, alongside Charles Leclerc, of course. So Red Bull, of course, very likely to retain Max for next season, and I think they will do so. They would be stupid if they didn't, and Max is lacking better options than Red Bull, so he will stay. And Alexander Albon, he just came into the team after Pierre Gasly's demotion to Toro Rosso, so maybe if he doesn't have the best second part of the season, I don't think that Red Bull will actually show him the door, because, well, he came into a new car, new surroundings, so he will need time to settle in. So, yeah, he will retain his seats, at least for the first few rounds of the 2020 season, because we know Red Bull. Next on the list, another already confirmed driver pairing is Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris at McLaren. Carlos Sainz, brilliant, smooth operator.
Tom, do you know what that was? That was a smooth operator! Smooth operation!
Looking set for P7 in the drivers' standings, best of the rest, maybe even P6 with Gasly now going to Toro Rosso. Yes, I could see Carlos Sainz overtaking him with that McLaren, and Lando Norris, absolute brilliant first season in Formula 1, has found his rhythm, drives like he did in Formula 2, so yes, McLaren, very good driver pairing, confirmed already for next season, happy to see it. Next up on the list, it is Racing Point. Sergio Perez just confirmed that he has signed a new 3-year deal with Racing Point to keep him at the team until 2022. That is pretty mental. if you ask me. Of course, having scored a podium in each but one of his campaigns with Racing Point and being there since 2014, he is a very good driver, and they did well to retain him for the next 3 years. And Lance Stroll, I mean, is there anything to say about Lance Stroll? As long as his dad owns the team, I don't see him ever leaving. Like, if his dad owns the team for the next 20 years, Lance Stroll will have a seat for the next 20 years. It's so easy. Now, we come to the first change, and it is with Scuderia Toro Rosso. Pierre Gasly, I think he will retain his seat. I think he is a good enough driver for Toro Rosso, but I do not see Daniel Kvyat, aka the Torpedo, retaining his seat, even though he got a very, very surprising podium at the German GP. I think Toro Rosso might gamble and bring in Sergio Sette Camara from Formula 2. He's having a pretty good season until now, and Red Bull is of course keen to promote young drivers, and with Sette Camara being, he was a part of the Red Bull Junior program, he is no longer, but still, they do bring back drivers to the program, I believe, like with Brendan Hartley. So yes, Sergio Sette Camara, I think he will get a shot next season alongside Pierre Gasly in the Toro Rosso. Then Renault F1 team, Daniel Ricciardo obviously being retained for next season. A bit unlucky this season with DNFs and technical failures, but when the car is there, when the car is not breaking down, he has had some really good results, like fighting the Mercedes and the Red Bull in Canada. And of course, one already confirmed transfer, Esteban Ocon joining Renault F1 team. Absolutely amazing stuff. Esteban Ocon, one of the brightest future stars in Formula 1, has finally got a seat. I honestly think that if he didn't get a seat at Renault, if he had to pause 2 seasons, his career would probably have been over. But luckily for him, he got a seat ahead of, obviously, Nico Hülkenberg, who has been let go by Renault. But Hülkenberg, I see him driving for Haas next season, alongside Kevin Magnussen. Of course, 2 drivers that absolutely hate each other, K-Mag and Hülkenberg.
Once again, most unsportive driver of the grid. My balls, mate. Yeah, you're really good, man.
But maybe if they are in the same team, maybe there will be some harmony. Kevin Magnussen doing good for Haas F1 team. Nico Hülkenberg also doing really good for Renault. But yeah, probably Esteban Ocon is bringing a bit more of that sweet, sweet sponsorship money. So yeah, Hülkenberg to Haas, I think it is a pretty reasonable move. Romain Grosjean will be let go after 2 pretty disappointing seasons, this and last season, where he has been massively outperformed by Kevin Magnussen. Grosjean, of course, has some pretty decent results, but he just lacks the consistency which Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg do have. Second last team is Alfa Romeo. Kimi Räikkönen, of course, having a contract for 2020, which will see him become the driver who has started the most races in Formula 1, knock on wood. And, well, this season it was Antonio Giovinazzi who has been massively outclassed by Kimi Räikkönen, and I do not think that Alfa Romeo will stick to Giovinazzi next season. They will, I hope. It is a gamble, of course, because he's not part of the Ferrari Driver Academy. I think they might go for Nick de Vries. Well, it looks like the next Formula 2 champion. Of course, with the regulations of Formula 2, if you win the championship, you have to leave the sport. Like, you can't stay in Formula 2. You have to go somewhere else. So, And with Antonio Giovinazzi massively underperforming, I do see Alfa Romeo going in and bringing the Formula 2 champion to Formula 1. Last but not least, well, maybe Williams. Oh, the bathtub on wheels, the Formula 1 car with a piece of wood as a front wing, you name it. Well, obviously, George Russell massively outperforming Robert Kubica. He didn't finish ahead of Kubica only in one race, and that was, of course, the race in Germany. Yeah, Kubica got the only point for the team, while Russell is still at 0, but we saw some pretty amazing drives from George Russell, like last time out in Hungary. So Williams will retain him for the 2020 season, and alongside him, Robert Kubica is going to lose his seat. Maybe he will become a test driver for Williams, I don't know, but the current test driver and development driver, Nicholas Latifi from Formula 2, will make the step up to Formula 1, and he will partner George Russell at back marketing. So, to round it all off, in Mercedes we've got Hamilton and Bottas again, Ferrari, Vettel and Leclerc retained, Red Bull, Verstappen and Albon, McLaren, Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris, Racing Point, Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll, Toro Rosso, first change, Sergio Sette Camara from Formula 2 and Pierre Gasly, Haas, Nico Hülkenberg and Kevin Magnussen, Renault, Ricciardo and Ocon, Alfa Romeo, Kimi Räikkönen and Nick de Vries, and Williams, George Russell and Nicholas Latifi. Well, tell me your predictions now in the comments. I'm really curious what you guys think. Who will be driving? Maybe Grosjean keeps his seat, maybe Hülkenberg doesn't get a seat, who knows? Maybe even Daniel Kvyat keeps his seat, who knows? Just tell me your predictions in the comment section below. I hope you enjoy the video. It's Danny, over and out.